Hello, it is I, Dr. Hilbert, and we are here today for Self-Care Sunday. Yes, I see nobody has joined us quite yet, so I will talk to myself about how important it is to take care of oneself on Self-Care Sunday. The first Sunday of every month, we meet in the laboratory of one Zachary Valenti, and we talk and chill and do various things in the direction of self-care. Yes, caring of the self. It is maximally important for sustainability of efforts. You understand this, yes? Ah, I see people have arrived. Now we can continue to talk about self-care, but not in a vacuum. Yes, hello Sarah K, Nico WW, Bridge, and Link. I am not a puppet. I am a doll. Well, yes. I was created by Type Here 452, and I have a bunch of doll friends, but that is not important right now. What is important is that you are taking care of yourself. So please leave in the chat, where are you coming in from? And what are you doing today to take care of yourself for this coming week, for what is important to you? Hello, Sarah Schramek. It is wonderful to see you here. Sarah K, do not be afraid. It is going to be a short stream today because we are under some new and extenuating circumstances. You see, we are no longer located in Brooklyn, New York, and we are now streaming from an undisclosed location in the Empire State. Yes, you can see, well, over here, we have the desk, but it is in a new place. Yes, we have the shop, but it is in a new place. We have most of the belongings are in boxes. You see, there is a huge pile of crap because Zach is a bit of a hoarder, you understand. So yes, the plan today is I will escort you and show you a tour of the new home, and then we will introduce you to Zach and go out to nature, where we will do a brief meditation and hydration session. But this will be an abridged Self-Care Sunday for June 2021. Okie dokie. So, as you see, this is the office. There's officey things, and it is quite messy, but not quite as messy as the living room. You can see it is mostly made of boxes. If it were up to me, I would incinerate everything, if not mine it for what is useful. As you can also see, there is, much more mess in what will be the bedroom. Yes. And over in the kitchen, there is what we call more mess, technical term. Oh, God. How do you live this way? Ah, there are my friends. You understand? My friends. I think they are sleeping. Maybe we will see them some other time. Okay. Oh boy, how do we jump? 1, 2, 3. Oh. 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 Damn it. That can't be good. Guitars are not supposed to fall like this. Oh, my. This is a project. No wonder we are only going to do Self-Care Sunday for a brief amount of time this week instead of the normal hour. Oh, we are on top of the mountain of things. Yes, okay. Ah, I see the water is ready. Okay, we come out. We are now in nature. Very carefully down the water. Necessary at this time, for we are in nature. There is naturally occurring acid all over the place. Okay, I will now hand you over to none other than Zach Valenti, who will continue this Self-Care Sunday on his own, because it is his job, and he just offloaded this to me last minute. I don't resent it at all. It's not like I have other very important life-saving work to do. Cough, cough. I'm working on my sarcasm. That is how you say sarcasm, yes? Anyway, over to Zach.
Wow. You did great, Dr. Hilbert. Thanks for taking a break from your very, very difficult, important life-saving research. And welcome, everybody. Welcome to Self-Care Sunday in the new apartment. Cheers. As I think you could see on that fast tour, my life is a mess right now. A beautiful mess, but a mess nonetheless. So we're gonna do an abbreviated Self-Care Sunday today. I'm streaming from my iPhone. Thank you for the congrats on the move. Cheers, everybody. It's awesome to see you all here, and it is so nice to be surrounded by nature right now, you guys. So nice. It's a dark year, literally dim, in the basement that I lived in Brooklyn, New York, to the point that I noticed I squint when I'm outside because I'm still photosensitive in a way that I guess only basement dwellers can be. So literally soaking in the sunshine, and listening to you can hear the water down there. It's super nice. So yeah, I was thinking that today's Self-Care Sunday would be an excellent opportunity for me to take a break from unpacking boxes for a minute, get outside the apartment filled with dusty boxes, and make sure to hydrate and do a little bit of a mindful moment with y'all. That's right, Shooting Star Neo. I'm out. I'm free. So I encourage anybody who has not had any high-quality H2O today to join me in a refreshing glass of arguably the source of life. And find a comfortable place to sit down, lie down, hunker down, so we can do a little bit of mindfulness in a moment. I'm just gonna take a peek at this here chat. Oh boy, I'm not used to doing this on the iPhone, so I'm like, oh, cool. Fabulous. Self-Care Sunday includes Cowboy Bebop rewatching. Hiking also counts. It's really hard to have an invalid answer, so long as you're not hurting somebody else in the process. Oh no, don't stop. That was the wrong X button. Oh God. Okay, so I'm gonna give it one more minute. Oh my gosh. No water but hand sanitizer. Evil Essence. And hi from Chile. That's really cool. I am somewhere in the woods in New York State, the Empire State. Sounds a little Death Starry, but it sure is beautiful. Yeah, 30 more seconds to do whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. Obviously, you can sit out if you're not into it, but we're just gonna take a breath, feel into our bodies. 15 seconds. Oh, that's awesome. It's your first Self-Care Sunday being in the same time zone. That's so great. Thinking about doing another one of these later this month when I'm more set up. For sure, in July, we'll be back to our normally scheduled hour. Okay. Taking a couple deep breaths in. My favorite way to breathe in deep is to go in through the nose, imagining I'm trying to get a high score of getting my belly button to touch, I guess, the wall in front of me, and I'm outside, so just like whatever's in front of me, and sort of keeping the chest empty to get that big Santa belly breath, just like. And as you exhale, you can just imagine everything getting loose. Letting your face relax, letting your neck relax, letting everything hang loose, including any seasonal allergies, because those suck. But working with whatever you're working with, seeing how much you can surrender with every exhale. See if I can rest this on this here chair. Sorry. That seems better. Okay, great. So after a couple deep breaths, you can keep your eyes open if it feels better, or you can gently close them, resting your hands on your knees if you're sitting down. Continuing to let go with every exhale. And as you continue to breathe, you can notice whenever your mind wanders from your breath. Not making it wrong. Simply notice what your attention went to. Maybe a sound nearby. Maybe a thought. An anxiety. Planning. Whatever it is, simply notice it. And see if you can include the breath in your awareness. And as you notice tension, maybe in your forehead, in your solar plexus, right in the middle of your chest, around your eyes, see if when you simply notice it, it relaxes just a bit more. Again, simply resting your attention on the breath and the physical sensations in your body. Just noticing what it feels like to be where you are in the body you're in right now, moment by moment. And if you're looking for a bit of a challenge, you can bring your attention to your chest and see if you can notice the gentle pulsations of your heart beating. If you can't, try holding your breath. A deep breath in and hold. You'll notice your heart start to beat faster as you hold your breath. And exhaling, squeezing out every last drop of breath. You can inhale again, holding full, feeling for that heartbeat quickening, and then exhaling and resuming a normal breath. With that awareness of the heartbeat present, you can begin to explore where else in your body you feel that sensation. I personally find it's most noticeable in my hands and feet. See how much of your body is sensitive to that heartbeat. heart beating sensation. That pulse of blood flow. See if you can feel the heartbeat everywhere. In your face, in your belly, down through your legs, and in your arms. And continue letting go with every exhale as much as you can. Give it a couple more minutes just to sit, feeling the breath and the rhythm of our pulse. Whenever you're ready, you can begin to flutter your eyes open, gently letting the light in. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe moving around a little bit. Just coming back to the room. Space immediately around you. You can take a big stretch if it feels right. Bye. Sounds like Gail is leaving. See you next time, hopefully. Welcome back, everyone. Feel free to hang out in a contemplative posture if you feel so called. I did notice one message as we were doing this sitting, and I'd be curious to hear how you feel. My pleasure, Detective Mudia. For the person who had trouble with the back of their neck being tight, trying to see who that was. Shooting Star Neo. I have an exercise for you. And you have the best socks on. The snuggle is real. That's wonderful. I love cat socks. So for tight-necked people, which I am one, a little thing you can do is actually tense it up more. So like kind of bringing your shoulders up to your ears. And even like squeezing your arms, kind of squeezing everything, including your face, tight, tight, tight for like 5 to 10 seconds, and then letting everything go. Taking some deep breaths. And I find that that can kind of trick the muscles to actually release more by getting them to over tighten and then release. And I'll even do that 3 or 4 times. Just kind of hold tight for a little bit and then let go for a little bit longer. 5 to 10 seconds holding. If you feel like you want to do it longer, I wouldn't do it more than 30 seconds of tightness. The goal is I would do it for shorter bursts of like 5 to 10, maybe 15 seconds, and more of them with longer relaxation periods afterwards, 30 seconds to a minute. I'm curious to see how that does for you. You'll have to let me know. I'm going to finish this cup of water and answer any questions anybody has. And that'll be it for this month's Self-Care Sunday, potentially. I reserve the right to come back in the next weekend or two, but we are working on an unseen episode, so stay tuned about that. For sure, I will be back in July. From love from the Ukraine and craft love from New York. You guys make me so happy. This is one of my favorite times of the month, and I do wish I was a little bit more set up so that we could jam and do more of what we normally do, but this is pretty sweet as a holdover, a little. There's this concept that I love it's really in habit building, but specifically I think it comes from music. It's called touching the strings. And the idea is, if you're learning guitar, say, that you're not going to play every day, probably, because life happens. You get kind of caught up in things. But you have no excuse to not touch the strings every day. So any day that you think you might not be able to sit down and put in the 15 minutes of practice that you intend to, just making sure to touch the strings. And I think that this is a lovely way to touch the strings on Self-Care Sunday while we get everything hooked up inside and unboxed. Evelyn's asks, do you have any advice to remove itchiness from sprinkling hot oil on the back of my hands? I'm gonna imagine that you were cooking something and accidentally maybe burned yourself with oil, I would use ice packs, personally. Willard Y. This is definitely a different kind of stream, but I will be back next month with something a little bit more typical of what we do here. But it's lovely to have you with us, and I'm so glad you've been enjoying Wolf 359. It's definitely one of my favorite things that I've done. Yes, this is my post-vaccination beard. I had been shaving pretty close to make sure I had good mask seal, but we're vaccinated now, and I still wear masks indoors, but I'm not so anxious about having a perfectly fitting mask anymore. And also I've been moving and all my shaving stuff has been in a bag, so that's probably gonna get a little trimmed down, but it's fun to rock it out. I think that's a good idea, Evelance. If it's still bothering you tomorrow, you could get some hydrocortisone, but I like to stay away from steroidal creams, because if you use them too much, my understanding is it damages the skin and they just get way less effective over time. So, good luck with that, and I think ice is the name of the game for just kind of giving your nerves a rest on that itchiness. And if it's the result of burning, it should pass in a few weeks for sure, if not a few days, as the skin heals from the damage. Well, everybody, I'm gonna get back to unboxing things and make sure Hilbert's doing his work. I've got my Hilbert swag. Oh boy, before we go, it looks like Al W is about to take an EMT cognitive test, and you're looking for motivation. Well, as I understand, EMT is an emergency response, sort of like a medic situation, in a world where people could use a hand. I can't think of better motivation than being ready to give them yours. That is just awesome that you're up to that, and not something that you have to do, and something that I think a lot of people are going to come to really appreciate, even though they may never say it, because they may be unconscious because they're being rescued in maybe the worst day of their life. So I wish you well, and you'll have to come back and let us know how that test goes. All right, everybody, I'm gonna finish my water here. Ooh, that's good water. And I will leave you guys with some other water. I can't zoom in, but you can see it and you can hear it. Much love, everybody. Until next time. Okay, now I press that button.